And I'm back. All right, so at 20, I do this a little bit more deliberately than most. It's kind of. I don't know how much time we have for rehearsal. We can, if we don't have a ton of time, then you can play it more or less straight and I'll mess around your beat. If we have more time, we can arrange some things to have fun, be a little bit more silly. Okay. So 2 before 21. I'm going to finish this phrase. There's not a fermata marked here, but this whole section of the piece, I think every new tempo, you and I are going to look lovingly into each other's eyes before we start the new tempo. So I'm going to finish before 21. And here we're going to, sorry. Right? So that esitando, I'm taking it very seriously. We're going to hesitate. And accelerate into a very short-lived vivo and a rallentando. At the end of the rallentando, I am going to again look lovingly into your eyes and give a cue. Okay, so the allegro tempo there, 5th of 21. I'm going to be really clear about the tempo in the cue. I don't really accelerate in the 5th and 6th bars of 21. I play one tempo for allegro, and I play a slightly faster tempo for vivo. We can work on that. Whatever works best for you and your group, I can fit. After, we're gonna again stop, like full stop, doesn't matter. It can be like a real fermata, and a new cue for. I just wanted to play through that much because I honestly, I've never played this with orchestra before, except for when I was the rehearsal dummy for when Joshua Bell came to play it with USO. So I know the piano part, but I don't know the orchestra part very well. At 22, I'm going to start kind of heavy. And it's going to, each one of them gets a little bit faster in the accelerando than this, the vivo. That is going to have to be you. I'm going to have to follow what you do, but I'm playing it for you to give you an idea of what I'd like to do. The quarter note before rehearsal 23, da 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 dum, like that can be a really deliberate D major arpeggio where you all of the vivo acceleration we build up into the vivo goes away, and then 23 is, if anything, more deliberate than 22. I usually do a little bit more pushing forward in 23, even though there's not an acceleration marked. I start a little slower. And push a little bit. Whatever tempo we are in the bars before 24, I'm going to play the same tempo, right? Like, so whatever we arrive at 24 in, we're just going to keep going, no stop, no tempo change. 24 is the same. So after 24, fifth bar 24, there's an accelerando. That accelerando and the tempo of the vivo after it, totally up to you. I'm just part of the orchestra at that point, right? I'm just adding color. Big orchestral explosion, 25, and then boom, boom, boom. You can be as humorous, as clunky as you want to be. Boom, 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 and I'm gonna. So whatever tempo you play at that meno vivo, I'm going to come in slower than you. I'm daring you. And then we'll slightly go forward. So then here's my pattern from that point. At 26, I'm going to settle into something a little more regular. And then it's going to sort of gradually accelerate until the 2 bars before 28, where whatever tempo we are, right? So starting at 27. So it's going to pretend like it's getting faster and going towards the end, and then in the space of basically that 1/4 bar before 28, we're going to restart, and 28 is going to start that way, sort of similar to how 26 Okay, so the same thing happens before 29, right? So I'm going to start now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bars before 29. Okay, so like the chord, the chord before 29, 1 beat, and the chord before 28, 1 beat, are this like kind of resetting, like, oh, we're in a new key now, let's start again. So 28, 29. Okay, you get the idea. So at 29, though, at that point, we don't have any more resets. So we're going to accelerate out of 29. Okay. At 29 through 30, I'm more or less going to follow you. We can kind of play it a couple times just to get an idea how it's going to go. But there's no way for you to really follow me there. So I'm going to do what you do. We're going to accelerate, accelerate some more. The poco meno vivo, 2 before 32. I'm not totally sure if this will work the same way with orchestra that it does with piano. With piano, I just tell the pianist, we are going to play a different tempo subito on poco meno vivo. So there's an accelerando. Okay. If you can do that, great. If you can't, tell me what you're going to do, and I'll go with that. So ideally, though, the 2 bars before 32 will set a tempo that 32 will continue in and not change for a while, right? Like we can keep being at 32. I think I have accelerando marked 2 before 33, but I usually start doing it about 4 before 33. So like 5 before 33.